we have our llama. Our younger llama is also on the left-hand side as well. The llama were first domesticated by the ancient Incan civilization a few thousand years ago. A herd of llama will consist of a few females with one male, but there have been leaderless herds with up to 200 members. Unfortunately, destruction of their habitat has led to the llama being added to the list of endangered animals. The llama and also for their own enjoyment.
Bird is that?
Just off to the right-hand side, huddling in the shade there, we have our Watusi cattle. The ancestry of the Watusi can be traced back more than 6,000 years, making them one of the oldest breeds of cattle in the world. The Watusi were used as a form of trade and barter, and they were a sign of wealth for the African tribe they belonged to. Since they were a sign of wealth, they were rarely ever used for plunder. The large horns of the Watusi work as a way to the end. The cheetah, as well as the lions, have no issues with our cold Canadian winters, as they also grow winter coats in colder seasons. Looped in the air while moaning. The lion, whose size, power, and bearing have captured the human imagination since the earliest times, is often called the king of beasts. And when most people think of lions, they do think of Africa. But as a species, they developed much farther north, and they were in Europe during the last ice age. Their domain is now limited to some areas south of the Sahara, with a small number living under the protection in the Gir forest of India. Lions are the supreme hunters of the savannah.
Dar vezi că sunt mașinile astea imediat aici, de intervenție. Ce mare e acolo? Ce mare e leu?
Leuaică sau leu?
Leuaică. Leu, n-are coamă.
Mare? Bătrână.
They're just saying they're making sure that our lions aren't wandering too far down. Yeah. These lions are not actually albino, as they do still have pigmentation in their eyes, paw pads, and lips. The color of their coat is the result of a genetic condition called leucism. This means they have a color inhibitor or chinchilla mutation, which affects the deposition of pigments along the hair shaft. The fewer pigments along the hair shaft, the lighter the color of the lion. When these lions are first born, their fur is...
Cars are allowed?
Da, putem să venim și noi cu mașina, dar vine mai mulța la noi să
Dar mai nu vedem bine de mașină, eu nu vedem nimic în spatele.
days of the year.
Pizza dacă duce asta, vezi? Vaca aia.
The baboons have a very interesting social organization, and this behavior will begin at birth. Females will take the rank of their mother, while male rank is open to challenge. If a lower-ranking member attempts to take food before a higher-ranking member, they'll be punished by tail biting, accompanied by screeching. Even the older baboons are afraid, or at least very respectful of the leader. But even the leader will still sometimes ask for permission before playing with a baby. He will do this by smacking his lips to the mother, and this is a sign that he means no harm. When baby baboons are first born, their fur is black and they have red faces. And for the first 3 months of their lives, at one time, ostrich feathers and skins were very fashionable items, and this demand led to the domestication of the species. They do survive in quite adequate numbers now, however. When fully grown, the ostrich will stand about 9.5 feet tall, and a single ostrich egg will weigh 4 pounds. which is the same as 30 chicken eggs.
Ai auzit, Chris? Că 30 de ouă
Contrary to
normale.
popular belief, the ostrich do not bury their heads in the sand, but when pursued, they may lie down on the
Nu să se
ground
dea să mănânce
and
porcul, vezi?
stretch their necks out on the ground as well to avoid being seen.
Bravo. Atârnă acolo, vezi?
Another bird.
Dacă vine altul.
The brain of the ostrich is only about the size of their eye.
Wow. They have such a tiny brain. It's only the size of their eye.
Bravo.
Also known as the screwhorn antelope. Both male and female addicts will have those horns that twist 2 to 3 times. These animals are well adapted for life in the desert. They're completely white to help reflect heat from the sun, and they can go their entire life without drinking any water, as they receive all the moisture from the vegetation they eat. There are also a few zebra just past their addicts here, also on the left-hand side. They have neither the horse's endurance nor gentleness that make the horse a friend of man.
No rhinoceros.
We will be seeing a few more of our zebra just coming up in a minute.
Yeah, but the
But off to the right-hand side, we have square-lipped mouse. They also have a pad-like lower lip, which enables them to crop the grass, as they're strictly vegetarian. Both male and female rhino will have those 2 horns, one in front of the other. The larger one can get as long as 3 feet in length. And their horns are made of keratin, which is the same material as our hair and fingernails. If we look closely, we can see they do have some bumps on their back. These bumps are actually a part of their spine, and because of them, they're unable to completely roll over. So when taking their mud baths, they must take care of one side, stand back up, and then take care of the other. Rhinos do tend
look at the baby.
Uite asta, shit. Îi cade părul ăsta, baby.
Uite baby, vezi? See?
Uite cum stau puii pe lângă mamele lor.
both male and female wildebeest have the 2 horns and the beard that runs the length of their neck.
It
And
is
they
a
can be almost
microscope.
impossible to tell apart at times. But males do happen to be more aggressive than the females. You can tell them apart just off behavior alone.
I swear, Dad.
Of which there are less than 100 in North America.
No, it has 2 horns.
The giraffe is the tallest land animal, reaching heights of 19.5 feet tall when fully grown. Half their height is made up of their necks, but they still have the same number of neck vertebrae as a mouse,
Look at that one.
which
It
is
got a
7.
plant. Christina, look at that one.
Since half their height is made up of those large necks, they need a very strong and powerful heart. Their hearts can weigh up to 24 pounds, and this large size is needed to help pump the blood all the way up that neck and into their brain.
Inima are 20 de pounds.
Both male and female giraffe will have those 2 skin most dangerous enemies, but lions, leopards, and snakes also have impacts on giraffe populations.
Look at its tongue.
We do have one of our giraffe just walking our way off to the left-hand side there. Looks like it will be crossing the road just ahead of us.
Tati, that giraffe is going to cross the road. Look.
Unde?
Where?
Da. Filmează o dată pe aia, uite cum trece drumul. Dă-te vița să văd și eu.
It's coming here.
Vezi, baby, trece strada.
Tati, just shelter and let it fall. See? And it has a giant neck. Look, baby, that one is long.
An Asian sword with a curved blade. Unfortunately, the orcs are considered to be extinct in the wild, and they can only be seen in captivity. They're well adapted for dry climates, so as they do have specialized kidneys to help conserve water, and they can also increase their body temperature to about 47 degrees Celsius, reducing their perspiration rate, also helping them save water. We do have one of our younger Barbary sheep just in the water there. The kangaroos are marsupials, and this does mean that the female will produce a single underdeveloped offspring, which will be about the size of a lima bean. These offspring are called joey, and they'll have to climb their way into the mother's pouch, where they'll spend about 9 months before being considered born. The kangaroo also have very long legs, and it makes it quite difficult for them to walk. So when they do want to walk, they need to have the assistance of their tail. This is that darkest one. He does have those two small horns. In some lights, the males are said to look blue, and this is actually where they get their name, with no meaning blue, and guy meaning cow. Female are creatures of habit, and they'll have set places for resting, drinking, and any other business they may have.
Well, look at those. It looks like they have a coat top.
Also on the left-hand side, we have the yak.
Yeah.
The yak are an animal's second year of age, and start off at first as a simple set of prongs, but they will replace these prongs every year with a larger set. Unlike the deer found here in North America, which only have their spots in their youth, these deer will keep their spots throughout their entire life. During the winter though, when they have their antlers as a mating display, and they'll also use them against other males to define who has the right to mate.
Where they rub their fur off.
Just right.
It's on TV. That one is just Mommy, look at that.
At one time there was an estimated 70 to 80 million furry bison roaming North America, but now there are only about 30,000, and they can only be found in protected areas, such as this, and on branches. Our bison do look just a little bit patchy right now. This isn't getting rid of their winter coats. When they're doing this, we can often see them rolling around in the dirt. This does bring us to the end of the